My dear students, in the previous video I discussed what is event, is it? So in today's class I am going to discuss the types of the events. So what I told, event means what? The any subset E of the sample space, we can call it as here event, clear, and that is generally denoted by E, clear. So now we are going to discuss types of the events. So the first we are going to discuss, that is impossible and sure event. So impossible means what, my dear students? The name itself tells us that which is not possible. So that's why that we can call it as impossible event. So an empty set, it is denoted by empty set. This is the empty set notation, is it? That we discussed in the first topic, sets. So an empty set phi is called impossible event. An empty set is called as here it is impossible event, clear. So you can consider the example. This one I will discuss later. So first just I will discuss what is impossible event. So here it is. You can consider the one example. Consider the experiment of rolling a die. If you roll the die, what is the sample space there? So sample space means what? Sample space means it is collection of all possible outputs. So if I throw the die means, what are the possible outcomes you are getting? You may get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So therefore the sample space is yes here. And consider, let E be the event. Another event I am taking. Let E be the event. The number appears on the die is a multiple of 7. So the number here it is appears on the die is a multiple of 7. So is it possible, my dear students? We know that we have only this much outcomes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you consider multiple of 7, is there any multiple of 7 is there? There is no any multiple of 7 is there. Multiple of 7 means, your example you can take 7, 14, 21, like that you can take. Clear? So there is no any multiple of 7 is there. It means E is equals to empty, that is phi. So therefore here E is called as empty event. So I think it is clear. So simple it is. What is impossible event then? Impossible event means here it is an empty set is called as impossible event. It means there is no any element should be there. Sample point you can call, clear. So that we can call it as an impossible event. And next I am going to discuss sure event. So sure event means what? Sure event means the whole sample space yes is called as sure event. So sure event means, my dear students, it is nothing but whatever you have in the sample space, all those elements must be in the event E, then that we can call it as sure event. You can call it as sure event. Again here consider the example. Let us consider another event F. Take another event F for the same example, for the same sample space, clear. What is the event I am taking? The number turns up is odd or even. Odd or even. So if you throw the die, the possible outcomes are, the sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Among these, you should take the event itself is, what is that? The number turns up is odd or even. So if you throw the dice, if it comes odd, you should take that one. If it comes even, you should take that one. Then what should we take? We will take 1 because 1 is odd. We can take odd. 2 we should take because 2 is even. Odd, even, odd, even. All these number include in this F. So therefore it is nothing but F is equals to S. Whatever elements in the sample space we have, that all elements are contained in the F. So therefore F is equals to S. Thus event F is called as sure event. It means whatever elements we have in the sample space, all those elements are sample points are in this event. So therefore this is sure event we can call, clear. And next move to the next concept, next type of the event, that is nothing but simple event. So what is simple event then, my dear students? If an event E has only one sample point of a sample space yes, then E is called as simple event. The name itself tells simple. Simple means what? Only one sample point it should contain. Sample point means what? Each element of the sample space, that each element of the sample space we can call sample point. This we can call it as a sample point. So in which, here it is, the event which contains only one element of the sample space or only one sample point of the sample space, then we can call it as, that is a simple event. Am I clear? So example you can take, my dear students, tossing two coins. Here it is. If you toss the two coins, I mean twice if you toss the coin, what are the sample space? That is head may appear, head tail appear, tail head may appear, tail may appear. This is all about the sample space if you toss the coin twice. Clear? Then you can take any one element, sample point if you take, that is, let us take, suppose E1 is equals to HH, means this is a simple event. Very clear, my dear students. Understood? Then next move to the next concept, that is compound event. So compound event means what? If an event has more than one sample point, then it is called compound event. It's clear? So if it is contain only one sample point, then that we can call it as simple. If it contains more than one sample point, then it is compound event. That's it, my dear students. Clear? So this is all about the types of the events. Further, some more types of the events are there that I am going to discuss later. So as of now, if you have any doubts, you can comment me. I reply for that. If you don't have any doubts, means write here up to here. I mean, please pause the video, write it down up to here. Yes. Then the next type we are going to discuss, the event is, my dear students, that is exhaustive event. So exhaustive event means what? Exhaustive event means if two events A and B associated with the same sample space S of a random experiment are said to be exhaustive if A union B is equals to S. That is nothing but if you have any two events, A and B are the any two events of a sample space S of a random experiment is said to be exhaustive if A union B is equals to S. It means if you take the event A and B, if you join them, I mean if you take the union, that union should be equals to the S, that is nothing but the sample space S you should get. Then that we can call it as, then that two events we can call it as a exhaustive event. Exhaustive we can call. So this is symbol union we can call, that already we discussed in the first PC topic. Union we discussed, is it? And also we discussed the intersection, also we discussed. The symbol is like this, the symbol for the intersection is like this. Union means this is U, and ulta U if you take means that is nothing but intersection you can take. Clear? And my dear students, in general, if you have the n events, here I took only two events A and B. Suppose if you have the in general n events, that say for example E1, E2, E3 up to so on, En, if you have events of a sample space S are said to be exhaustive. In this case also same, but only here two elements are there, I mean two events are there, here n events are there, so therefore that we can write it as E1 union, E2 union, E3 up to so on union En. That should be equals to this sample space. Clear? So this is what we can call it as exhaustive events. Clear? And next, my dear students, mutually exclusive. Here also two events A and B are associated with the same sample space S of a random experiment are said to be, here it is, mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive events if A intersection B is equals to 5. If two events A intersection B is equals to 5 means then we can say that A and B are mutually exhaustive. These two events are said to be exhaustive, mutually exclusive event if A intersection B is equals to 5. My dear students, this also we discussed, this condition is also we discussed in the sets. A and B are said to be mutually disjoint. Have you remember that one? Yes, I think you may remember. So what is that one? If A and B are said to be mutually disjoint if A intersection B is equals to 5. That case A and B are said to be mutually disjoint sets. Like that, here we are taking, there we took sets, Here we are discussing events. That's it. Clear? So this is all about the main types of the events. Next we will move to the algebra of events. Clear? So in that, the first one I am going to discuss complementary event. So complementary event means what? Complementary event, that is usually denoted by the symbol A dash. So what is that one? That is nothing but total in the sample space we should subtract with the set A, whose complement we required A's complement. So A's complement, to get A's complement, what we should do? Total sample space minus A, that will gives you A complement. Clear? And next, my students, to the event A or B. A or means what we should use? For the or we should use it as union. These all we discussed in the set topic. That the same I am using, but here only the difference is A and B are the events. There we discussed sets. So A union B means what? It is collection of all. Omega means, omega is nothing but this is symbol for output, my students. So omega means you can take it as output. So it is a collection of all outputs you should take such that omega belongs to A. That output should be contained in the A event as well as in the B event, or B. Omega belongs to B. So this is what your A or B. Next one is the event A and B. And means what I told? And means the common elements between A and B, that we discuss in the set. Likewise, here also A intersection B means what? It is collection of all outputs such that that output must be in the set, in the event A and also in the event B. That is nothing but the common outputs in between A and B that we should take, and this is symbol for the A and B. And next we will move to the next one, that is the event A but not B. The event A but not B means what, my dear students? A minus B is equals to, it is omega such that output should be contained in the first set but should not contain in the second set. That is nothing but omega belongs to A, but and omega should not belongs to B. So this also we the difference between the two sets. While discussing the difference between two sets, there I discussed in the first topic. Similarly, here for the event, we can say A minus B means we will denote the event A but not B, means B elements, B outputs we should not take, we should take only A. That's I wrote in the symbolically, I wrote like this. Clear? So this is all about algebra of events. Clear? So based on this, you may have so many questions in the textbook NCERT you can solve. So still if you have any doubts, you can comment me, I'll reply for that one, my students. Clear? And another one is not P. P dash can be written as not P means not P. We can denote it as the P dash you can take. So P dash of A you can take. Not P, or sorry, not A means the probability of not A can be written as P dash of A. That is nothing but 1 minus P of A. So this will gives you P dash of A. Not A means that they will use this symbol, because here it is, we know the probability always lies in between 0 to 1. Clear? So because of that we have this result. So total, if you don't want the not A, probability of not A, if you wanted to calculate, means we should write it as this symbol, 1 minus of P of A. Clear? So this is all about the theory part of the probability, my dear students. So please try to solve some more questions of the NCERT textbook. Still further, if you have any doubts, you can comment me, I'll reply for that. So this completes your probability. Then we will move to the next, that is next concepts we will move in the next video. Clear? And please remember axiomatic probability theory actually we should discuss, but due to this COVID, that is in the reduced syllabus, so I didn't discuss that one. If you know up to here, that's enough for you. Clear? Thank you. Please pause the video to note it.